Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are taking a hard look at a massive myth about your home plumbing, the idea that water filters just have this fixed magical lifespan. We're going to completely rethink your water maintenance, and I'll show you exactly how to become your own home water detective.
So, is your water filter actually protecting you right now? It's a pretty crucial question to ask right out of the gate. Because honestly, expecting a filter to magically handle everything equally for months on end without ever checking it is a very common yet really risky mistake. We all love to set it and forget it, right? But that false sense of security can mean you're drinking exactly what you bought the filter to avoid in the first place.
Here is our agenda for today. We'll be covering the baseline replacement myth, decoding manufacturer ratings, the usage factor, water quality variables, 5 physical warning signs, and finally, setting up your custom schedule. All right, let's dive right in.
Starting off with Section 1, the baseline replacement myth, or why the calendar is really just a suggestion.
You've probably seen this golden rule printed on the side of every single box. As a baseline, most common whole house, under sink, and fridge-style cartridges are designed for replacement in roughly 3 to 6 months. It feels simple. You mark it on your calendar, and boom, you walk away.
Well, here is the hard truth. Perfectly stated right here. Water filtration cartridges don't last forever. That super rigid 3 to 6 month time frame, it's kind of a myth based on a perfect average world. And let's be real, absolutely no household operates perfectly on average. Your home's actual conditions can significantly shorten that window.
Moving on to Section 2, decoding manufacturer ratings, which means reading the fine print.
Now, what's really interesting here is the massive contrast between tracking time alone in months versus a filter's actual capacity, in gallons or liters. While months are incredibly easy to remember, the gallon capacity is actually the metric that matters most. Why? Because it accounts for the actual physical work the filter is doing, not just the ticking of a clock.
Think about it like this. If you have a large family and you do a ton of laundry, using a filtered line, a cartridge rated for, say, 300 gallons, is going to expire long before that calendar date hits. If you're burning through gallons of water, you are burning through your filter's life. Which brings us to Section 3, the usage factor, or mileage versus months. You really got to think about this exactly like tracking the mileage on your car, instead of just how many months you've owned it.
So the crucial point here is that if your filter serves multiple outlets, like maybe a main drinking tap plus a fridge ice maker, or if you cook heavily with filtered water, it's accumulating contaminants at rapid speed. Higher usage means a faster clog, plain and simple.
Let's look at Section 4, water quality variables, because not all water is created equal. Here's the catch. Even if your family barely uses any water, you aren't protected indefinitely if your incoming water quality is harsh. Think about the environmental shifts your pipes face. Seasonal changes, summer droughts, heavy storm runoff, high chlorine. All of this severely impacts filter performance. It's delightfully ironic to expect a filter handling heavy summer storm runoff to magically last the exact same amount of time as one filtering pristine winter water. Furthermore, different cartridge types behave completely differently under those exact conditions. Sediment pre-filters, which do the heavy lifting of grabbing actual dirt and debris, generally need changing far more frequently than carbon-based taste and odor filters. They are definitely not all created equal. All right, Section 5, 5 warning signs. Time to become a water quality detective. Instead of blindly trusting the calendar, you can literally sense the stakes of poor maintenance if you pay attention. Look out for these 5 indicators: reduced water flow or slower dispensing, taste or odor changes like returning chlorine or stale flavors, inconsistent water clarity, fouling or visible particles, and leaking or pressure drops around your seals. If you notice any of these, don't wait for your calendar alert. Swap it out immediately.
Finally, Section 6, setting your custom schedule. Let's build a highly actionable framework for optimal protection.
To do this right, use this simple 3-step process. Step 1. Pick that standard 3 to 6 month time frame just as a starting baseline. Step 2. Calculate your household's daily filtered volume against the actual gallon capacity printed on the box. And Step 3. Actively adjust and change the filter based on usage and those visual signs we just talked about before the interval ends.
And here is the golden rule. Even if your water currently looks and tastes fine, never let it go past its rated lifespan because of one critical word: saturation. Saturation is when filtration media accumulates too many contaminants and becomes completely ineffective.
Basically, once the media is full, the water just passes right through, and you get absolutely zero protection.
If you want a truly tailored, bulletproof schedule, here's a pro tip from the source material. Have your water professionally tested. When you know exactly what specific contaminants are in your local supply, you can buy the exact filter rated to remove them, basically taking all the guesswork out of the whole shebang.
So check your manufacturer's true gallon limits, pay attention to the physical clues, and ask yourself this final question. When in doubt, are you leaving your home's water protection up to chance? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, go check your filters right now.